Welcome to the show.
We're back.
We're
It's
back,
been a little
brother.
while.
It has been a while.
I'm glad we
It-
saved some episodes because we've been slacking.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a listener, it hasn't been a while because we've been
Yeah.
pumping them out weekly like we're supposed to. But we recorded a couple of them in the same week to give ourselves a break
Mm-hmm.
because I had well, we'll get to that in a second. It's part of my good news. But yeah, it's a cold ass day in Colorado, buddy. It's a cold, cold day. I'm Truth. This is my co-host Theory. Welcome to our show. We are going to do cheers to good news now. JP, would you like to kick it off, buddy?
Yeah. I would like to cheers to the glass half full people because I was feeling pretty bitter this morning about the -10 weather. And then I thought about my brother who's still killing it up there in North Dakota where it's been like -30 on the average. And I'm like, it could be worse. So,
Yeah, it's not bad here in Colorado.
Be positive. Be glass half full. There's always somebody worse off than you.
Yeah, what a sweet America's Miss America speech you just gave.
Thank you.
Mine's cheers to good news that our freaking house is finally basically done with the construction that's been going on with the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Last couple of weeks has been a mess, but thanks to my father-in-law and his good friend Tony, which I call Uncle Tony now. Uncle Tony is a man that can do it all. The dude cooks. He can fix anything you can think of. He was an awesome guy for my wife to learn things from because I don't do that shit because I'm the talent. No, but it was, they did a lot of work in these last couple of weeks, and it's nice to have our kitchen back because, damn, we've been eating out for every meal, and, man, it shows, bro. I feel like shit.
Yeah.
I feel like shit. You can't eat out every meal. It's just not good for you. I think I've gained 10 pounds, man. It's time to get on the treadmill.
You still have a gallbladder?
Yeah, I still have a gallbladder, but
I don't think
it
that is how you
matters.
lose a gallbladder.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, dude, I got to clean it up, bro. I'm ready to get back in the kitchen and start making some stuff and put that in the refrigerator and then eat out anyway because that's how it usually goes. But, yeah.
Beautiful.
All right. So, well, this episode is going to be special because it's the third time we've had this guest on. She is our first female guest ever on The Truth of Theory, and we've had so many since then because we've done hundreds of episodes, even though this is episode 71. She's our pioneer lady. This is the third time. And what happens on the third time, JP?
Repeat.
Yeah, but what do we do instead of the 6 questions that we normally do? We do rapid fire 6 questions.
Oh, yeah.
We have no idea what the hell we're going to ask her.
Yep.
She has no idea what the hell we're going to ask her. And then we each get 3. And it'll be at the end of the episode. I have no idea what we're going to come up with yet. We're just going to shoot from the hip. And it's going to be super stupid. Anyway, let's get to the episode number 71. Please welcome the very funny comic actress for hire, Paris Hilton's stunt double, the Mississippi girl living in the LA world, host of Here for the Hang, Miss Carlisle Forrester.
Oh, thank you guys. Thanks for having me back.
Yes.
Thank you to all the Truth or Theory fans out there.
So many.
Yeah, I mean, you know, your nation is large and mighty. What do you call your fans again?
Wolfpack.
What's your listenership? Wolfpack?
We're the woke wolf pack.
The woke wolf pack. Yes, the mighty, mighty woke wolf pack. And it is an honor to be among you all again tonight.
Yes.
Y'all were talking about how bad the weather is there. I got to tell you, LA, it's also bad. I mean, it dipped down below 75 today, y'all.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it was breezy. You know, it was windy. I had to grab a jacket. So I feel you. I feel you on the winter storm thing for sure.
Hope you're wearing your fuzzy underwear.
Fuzzy underwear. Jesus Christ.
Got to keep warm out there.
Yeah, I forgot to mention too. The construction kind of messed up the whole Patreon plan. We were going to launch the Patreon beginning of February. Obviously, that hasn't happened yet because this will be episode 3 and it still hasn't kicked in. We're going to do March instead. Everything's in motion, ready to go, but we're just going to wait and make it official as March 1st.
Yep.
You go with that?
Awesome.
Bear with us.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do on the Patreon? Because, you know, I go back and forth with this on mine. I have a Patreon as well. I call them bonus hangs because you never know when I'm going to just shoot one of those bad boys out. It could be daily. It could be twice daily. I could be drunk and delete it later. You got to catch them sometimes, you know, like I think about them too much. I'm like, let's get that down. But, you know, the paying customers, you guys will find this. You can be more free on Patreon because, you know, hopefully somebody that's not like paying to hear you can be that offended by you. I mean, they're there because they're
Right.
fans, you know, so
Right.
you're not going to get canceled by these people. I
That's a
do get
great
a little
point.
nervous whenever they drop off, though, after they know all my secrets. Then I'm like, oh,
Oh, that would
okay.
hurt. That would hurt my feelings.
All right. Where'd you go? Where'd you go with that 5 spot a month? But yeah, you know, because a lot of comics are doing the OnlyFans thing, and that is much, much more. Mine is only $5, you guys, and you get a lot of me. And I don't mean I'm naked. That sounded bad, but
Oh.
it's not, you know, it's not your typical
Not
route.
judging.
Are you guys going to do that on your Patreon? Are we going to see some nudes
I mean,
mixed
we're thinking
in
about
with
doing
the
a
content?
calendar.
Yeah.
Do a calendar.
Yeah,
We're
why
thinking
not,
about doing
you
a
know?
gay couple calendar. Just
For the fans. Do it for the woke wolf pack. Like, come on.
Yeah,
They need
exactly. Yeah.
Get them
Sausage party.
howling out there. You know what I'm saying?
just tasteful nudes of me and JP, just in black and white, just feeding each other
Oh.
fruit.
it. Tasteful nudes. The only kind these days, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, there might be a nip slip every now and then from JP, but yeah, we'll keep it clean for the most part. But the material is going to be raw as shit. I try to control myself in here, but I go off the rails. Patreon material, man, it's going to be uncensored, dude. Because JP's grandma listens to our show.
Yeah.
It makes me nervous.
Hey.
But
She's-
Well, hey, if she wants to pay the $5, then she's
Yeah.
going to get an earful. Sorry,
she's
Grandma.
going to regret it.
Sorry, Grams.
I'm going to make you uncomfortable, Grandma JP.
It's okay. She won't be able to figure out how to work the app. She'll never listen.
I looked for your Paleon.
Yeah.
I can't find the Peloton. Yeah, we're gonna launch that soon. We already have the page already built. Everything's done with it. We got our merch website launched now. Well, actually, it's not launched. Maybe it'll be launched by the time this is released.
That's launched.
Is it?
Yeah, my mom ordered a bunch.
Yeah, well, I gave it to you. I didn't give it to the listeners yet.
I love how this is a family affair. Your mom's doing the merch. Your grandma's head of the fan club. Like, we just keep it all in the fam, y'all.
We're in JP's grandma's basement right now.
Oh, no.
There you go. Free rent. Or maybe not.
No, this is my house.
Gotta help each other out.
Yeah. his grandma's cross stitching all our shirts right now.
My fingers hurt. Now your back's gonna hurt. You just got landscaping duty.
I love that line. That's the best
Oh,
line.
my God.
Ben Stiller. What movie is that from? Happy Gilmore?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good shit. Yeah, so I'm distracted by all this tomfoolery. What were we talking about? Yeah, Patreon. Yeah, so we're going to launch that soon. Watch the social media. Basically, all we have now is Instagram. I killed my Facebook, which means I killed TOT's Facebook as well.
Mm-hmm.
JP, TOT, JP, and at Real E Willie. Go follow us. I'm going to announce it on there, and it will be announced in the show as well. We're actually going to record something after our Carlisle episode tonight about how JP and I fucked up our Valentine's Day for our wives, because we both did it, and it's awesome. Oof. And if our wives want to know what happened, they got to pay for this shit.
Yeah, $5 for that story.
Yeah. All right, Carlisle, how's everything going for you as far as here for the hang and LA living in this crazy climate?
Here for the hang is good. You know, we're just trucking along. LA, it is what it is. There's not a lot of comedy here, so I'm getting up where I can, parks, beaches. Luckily, we don't have 10-degree weather like y'all have, so you know, they just opened up restaurants again. We actually got to go out for Valentine's last night, which was like amazing because we've all been cooped up. Haven't sent in my recall Gavin Newsom thing yet. Can y'all believe that? That's like, you know, over 1 million people want to recall our governor now.
Yeah.
They have written in, they've spoken. They're mad.
Pretty
They want to
awesome.
open it up. I mean, as far as my world, it is deeply affected because comedy, you know, is kind of going to be the last thing to open. It's a very droplet spewing affair, stand-up comedy. So, oh, but you know what was promising? They do have the La Jolla Comedy Store open. We're still not open at, you know, Sunset Boulevard here in LA, but down in San Diego, there's like 3 clubs. American Comedy Club's open, Comedy Store. So that's very promising. What's the other one? They're all opening up, and it's like, all right, we're getting somewhere. You know, we're in
Yeah.
solution versus problem.
Are you going to shoot down
and
there and catch a spot?
oh yeah, I mean, why not? If that's the only place to get stage time, because
Yeah.
for LA they're still saying 2022. Like,
Ooh.
you have to realize there's been a mass exodus of comedians from Los Angeles, like huge, because everybody listened to Joe Rogan and they just followed him, and now they're in a snowstorm.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, but not just big comedians. I mean, a lot of people that I know, even at my level, are going elsewhere. You know, because they
Huge
just
comedians. Big
yeah, there's all
level.
they run the whole gamut, and it's just it's a mass exodus, and it's specifically comedians. So it's going to be interesting to see the LA comedy scene whenever it does come back, because it will. Like, where are you all going? Like, this is all always going to be. It's LA. This is Hollywood, baby. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
it's coming back. So I'm not worried, and I kind of like that the herd is thinning. Really,
You'll probably get a lot more stage time, huh?
I think
Better
so.
spot.
I think, you know, whenever the day that everything opens back up, like the people that are here, that are left here, are really going to reap the benefits and get those early spots. So I plan to be one of those people.
Good. Yeah, you're holding it out. I was going to ask you that, but judging by how you said that, I don't think this is a relevant question now. But last time I talked to you, you said you were going to stay in LA. You weren't going to leave. You weren't going to
Yeah.
follow the Austin train. Are you
Mhm.
still feel that way? You, no matter what, y'all are hanging it out.
I'm here. I'm here for the long haul. You know, I've already done my Austin run. Did I tell y'all that? I lived in Austin before, so
I think you have. Yeah.
I tried it out, and you know, I'm a city girl, and not that Austin's not. It's just it's a different kind of a city. Like, I kind of felt like I had moved back home to Mississippi. It was weird. I just instantly was like, oh shit, what did I do? You know, I'm an LA girl now. I don't know. I'm too used to being in a hub. New York City would be great if I were a millionaire. But as far as Austin, that's vacation. That's party time to me. That's like, let's go for a week at ACL and then come back and get to work. Because whenever I lived there, I didn't get anything done. I didn't advance. Like, I kind of just felt like it took me out of LA, and it was really hard to get back. That's the thing that these Austin people are going to see. To come back to LA was really difficult for me because, you know, like, leaving is one thing. Whenever you come back, you have to have everything set up, like with your apartment. You have to prove you make 5 times the rent. You have to have a job already in line. It's just harder to get back in, like if you've already paved
Right.
the way.
Yeah, that
And
makes
I
sense.
know how hard that is, and I never want to do it again. Like, I just remember being in Austin, Texas, feeling stuck and being like, okay, you've got to get back to LA and never do this again. Which is what a lot of people in the snow probably feel like tonight.
Yeah. So you mentioned New York being a lot more expensive. I didn't realize that there was a big difference between LA and New York City.
Oh,
price-wise.
yeah.
Holy
Oh, my
shit.
God.
I thought they were
Rent-wise,
both crazy.
no. Rent is much more expensive in New York City. I mean, you really have to be okay with just living in a closet, like just living in squalor. And I'm not, you know. I'm a grown-ass woman. Like, I want to enjoy my life, and I could never live with like 4 roommates I didn't know. That's the New York way. You know, people just kind of have to figure out how to do it because it's just massively expensive now because of coronavirus. And so many people left. I think the rents are dropping, and a couple of people that I've talked to that are leaving LA are going there. So I do know of that too. And it's like, they got the good deals. I mean, if you can do it, go. But I could not do those winters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cali bitch.
Cali bitch.
Good. Sound like you got it all figured out. I would stay put too if I were you.
Yeah, I think it's going to work out in your favor.
No.
Thank
You're-
y'all.
You're
Here's
holding on
hoping.
during the storm.
Yes.
So tonight we're going to talk about a few different topics. Let's see. We'll save the main one for last, but I wanted to get into the Marilyn Manson situation. He's being Me Too'd now, and I got some opinions on it. People aren't going to like it probably. I'll try my best to be civil about it. This does not reflect on Here for the Hang or JP's solo podcast that he's starting soon. No? Okay.
I'm talking to myself.
Yeah, do it. All right. So if you don't know about Marilyn Manson's situation, he's basically was accused of some violent past with the relationships. The one that kind of triggered it all was Evan Rachel Wood. She's an actress, best known right now, I think, for Westworld, main blonde on there. What do they call it? The main robot or whatever they call them. Yeah, she's the oldest robot, her character.
I've never seen one episode of it.
You should watch it.
The first season.
I mean, I hear it's amazing.
Worth watching.
Yeah.
The rest I wouldn't worry about. Yeah.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. The season 2 and 3 suck. How many seasons is there, JP?
I don't know. I only made it through the first one.
Oh, yeah. I watched a little bit of season 2 and I was like, man, this doesn't have the magic of season 1. Well, anyway, Evan Rachel Wood came out and said that Brian Warner, Mr. Marilyn Manson, that's his real name, had some crazy stuff in her past. She, I think, was a teenager, 18, 19 when he met her, and he was my age, late 30s, which is crazy to me. I can't imagine being with a 19-year-old. That's a side note. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, fuck, man. I'm rusty.
It would be a headache. It would be a lot of drama and a lot of her being
Superficial
late. This is what I hear from my guy friends that date 19-year-olds. It's a nightmare. It's just it's a constant headache.
Yeah.
But good pussy. So what are you gonna do?
Whoa, Patreon.
What are you going to do?
That's Peloton material. Yeah, I can't do it. I've always been attracted to older women, so I'd be more interested in JP's grandmother than a 19-year-old. But
Hey,
that's just my thing. Whoa. Hey
shout
now.
out.
Hey now.
She's a saint.
Tell her where I'm at. Tell her
The
where she can
biggest
find me.
TOT fan.
Supposedly Mr. Marilyn Manson used to do some crazy abusive shit to these women. He's dated a lot of women. He's a rock star. What do you expect?
I think there's something like 10 different women coming forward.
Yeah, there's at least 10, even some guys that worked in the circle.
Whoa,
witnessed
Dalia
them.
numbers.
Yeah, Dalia numbers. Yeah, so he was abusive mentally and physically. He would starve them. He would lock them in rooms, punish them, threaten to crack their skulls open, all kinds of bizarre shit, put a gun in their mouth, all kinds of crazy stuff. But I'm not going to get to the point. I'm not going to go tell the details. If you want to look into the details of it, read the articles. Oh, here we go with the unpopular opinion. Okay, you ready, JP? Okay, ladies, come on. It's Marilyn Manson. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck?
Right. Like you know what to expect, sort of, with
Yeah, I
that
mean,
kind
of. I don't want to. I have
crazy-
daughters. So I'm probably going to curse myself. They're going to find some crazy goth rocker dudes later on, and I'm going to eat all my words. But you got to.
Yeah, not saying that they deserved it in any
Yeah,
way,
they
but
absolutely don't deserve it.
Look,
you gotta be
Maynard
careful
from
about who you
Tool
pick.
hit on me one night. Okay, you know who
Well, that's
Maynard James Keenan
huge.
is?
Yes.
Yes,
that's huge.
lead singer of Tool. He hit on me one night and tried to get me to come home with him from the bar, and I was like, I don't want to wake up with a chainsaw in my ass. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and he's not even, his persona off stage is very not like Tool. You know, he's a sweet guy. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that he was weird in any way.
Excuse the pun, but he's very sober acting in real life. He's very mellow. kind of
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, which is funny because he does have a winery, which is like the main thing that we talked about. And then, you know, like at the end of the night or whatever, he asked me to come home with him, and I was like, you know who's an even bigger Tool fan than me? And he was like, who? And I was like, my boyfriend. And that was kind of the like wah wah moment.
That's awesome. I like
But
that.
we played Thumb War. He's like he plays Thumb War. Like I don't know who has ever asked you to play Thumb War since, you know,
That's
fifth grade.
flirting foreplay.
But yeah, so he's an oddball guy, but Marilyn, I would put him in that kind of category, just their rock star personas anyway. And yeah, Marilyn Manson, all I know about him is he removed a rib, right? So he could suck his own dick.
That's a myth. He didn't really do that, but it's pretty funny because I remember him making a comment about that when they asked him. In the
Yeah,
early
who
2000s.
started the rumor? Like probably him, right?
Well, that's what he said. He's like, I don't know who's sicker, me, the one that they think this kind of shit, or the ones that come up with these rumors, because that's not true. But yeah,
I
but
always believed it.
he looks like the kind of guy that would suck his own dick in a heartbeat, though. Let's be honest. And I
I'm
don't
very naive. If I read it in a Us magazine once, it is law, and I remember it. I remember the the little caption, and yeah, it's just stuck with me forever. So that's why I wouldn't date him.
Yeah.
But these other girls, that are very into his music, I mean, I'm sure he's very charismatic, and before they knew it, they were in over their heads. It's very unfortunate because, again, it's like sometimes it can be hot in little spurts. I think that's how
Yeah.
it starts.
The bad
It
boy
must.
concept.
It must. Well, yeah, or just like, people that are into like BDSM and being
Yeah.
tied up and things like that. And then I think then it just gets a little dicey. It's a slippery slope into like physical abuse, and then all of a sudden you're there, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
The Armie Hammer guy, it's very similar situation. That actor,
Yeah.
it was like because he was texting girls that he wanted to eat them, like a straight up cannibal.
Oh my God.
Hannibal Lecter.
And
you not
like
hear
told
I've
one
never
of
heard
them he
about
was.
this guy.
Yes,
You know that
he texted a girl that he was going to cut off her pinky toe and keep it with him so that she knew that she was his property.
Wow.
Okay, if I had a nickel for every guy that's texting me he wants me to be his property, I mean, that's that can start off as a hot text maybe, and then you dip your toe in the water.
And then you
Pun
lose that toe.
intended. Pun intended. And then, yeah, he's talking about cutting off your toe. And you're like, wait, what the fuck happened? So I
have an
I
opinion
feel
on
for
this
these
one too.
You do? For the Armie Hammer one? What do you think?
I think I find him to be. Well, he's a decent looking guy. He's not my type. I wouldn't do him. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. He's British, I believe. He was in the movie with Johnny Depp, The Lone Ranger. You seen that crap?
But he plays a cannibal too, right? Like that's the fucked up thing is that he's saying these things and he actually one character he played in something. I think he was a cannibal.
Oh, really? I think he's trying to capitalize on the whole 50 Shades, whatever it's called.
Oh, absolutely.
I think he's trying to play into women's fantasy stuff, and I don't think he's as dark as he makes himself out to be. I think he's a nerd. I think he's a nerd who's trying to be cool.
There you
He's
go.
going about it the wrong way, and he's coming off.
Willie's not playing around. He's calling dork on this motherfucker.
I am. I fucking did it. I'll do it again. God damn it. Yeah. I think Marilyn Manson's a dork too. I think he's hiding behind all this crazy persona shit, which is something I want to talk about. But Miss Carlisle has not seen the what is it called? The Hotel Cecil documentary on Netflix. There's
no spoilers.
No spoilers.
I haven't seen it.
I'm not going to say anything.
And
but
I could go downtown and tour the damn hotel myself. They give like haunted tours of it, don't they? I've heard of it. Like I'm aware of Cecil Hotel, but
yeah,
I gotta say it's gonna have to catch me on a
situation-
good day.
Yeah, we'll fly out there and we'll do an episode live at the Cecil Hotel.
Now, let me tell you this though. That Cecil Hotel, the lady that was the manager, the 10 years that she was there, 80 people have died in that hotel.
Yeah.
So keep
What?
that in mind. That
Yeah,
I thought it was just one girl.
no,
Okay.
that's the weird one that happened. But
Yeah,
these are
that's
just other people, just like suicides, overdoses, things like that. But still, 80 people in 10 years have died at that hotel. It's on the bad part of the neighborhood.
Oh
It's-
my gosh.
It's next to Skid Row, and it has a ton of bad history. It goes back from the beginning of it. It has like all kinds of bad jujus there, and I think a lot of that played into it. But we're not going to go into that because I don't want to ruin it for Carlisle. But there is something.
Speaking of overdoses.
Ooh.
Sorry, I was going to try to segue you
Whoa.
on your own podcast.
Well, hold on to that one real quick because I want to get this. If I don't forget about it, when we do the Patreon after, that will be bonus material. I want to talk about one thing from there because it relates to the Marilyn Manson thing and something I'm super passionate about. It pisses me off. So help me remember.
Okay.
Put a pin in that.
Overdosing. Where are you going with that, Carla?
Well, our girl, Brittany Murphy.
Oh,
R.I.P.
How you right into the main topic.
Yes, because
Professional.
I've just recently brushed up watching the documentary, and I'm just on fire with this because I think it's such a common, it's a tragic story, and it's kind of become a common story in Hollywood too,
Mm-hmm.
especially with like the controlling of her husband and how weird that dude was. Can we just talk about that? First of
Fucking
all,
weirdo.
yeah, set up that comes later in the story, but I mean, Brittany Murphy, first of all, a little jealous of the fact that her parents believed in her in a young age. Gotta say, if I would have wanted, look, they were like, she pointed at the TV and said she wanted to be a star, so we moved her. It's like, oh my God, that would have been great.
That's
All I did
only
was talk
child.
about that when I was little.
Yeah.
I was an only child at the time.
Oh, were you?
And
Let's get
anytime
your
any
parents
kind
on.
of
Let's call
like
them up right now.
talent search came to town, model search, looking for actors, anything, I would like just die to go and do these things. I remember one time throwing a fit because you know when they have like model searches at the mall and you see it in the middle of the mall and they're like, walk down the catwalk, and if we choose you, you could be flown to LA and get an agent. And I was like 15 at the time, and I did it. And of course, they choose you because it costs like $3,000 to do whatever thing they want to do. And my parents were like, no, 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 you're not going to do that. And I'm like, no, but they think I could be a star at this John Barbizon modeling school. Meanwhile, Brittany Murphy is just like, TV. And they're like, we're going to LA. She's a genius.
A little different, huh?
And they showed all these videos of her, and she was a very cute kid. She was very just, she had a sparkle. She had like a radiance about her. And I feel like that, God, his name escapes me. Monjavi, the dude she's married to, he just took all of that. He took all of that from her.
Yeah.
He smoked her flame out with crack.
Mm-hmm.
Monjack.
Simon Monjack, yeah. That's the son of a bitch we're going to talk about.
Dude, that guy was super weird, especially after her thing, like after she passed.
Yeah,
and,
hang on. Let Carlisle.
Okay.
Let's not
Sorry.
jump ahead.
Sorry.
So-
Yeah, there's some weird
yeah.
shit.
Very young, you know, she starts off, she has this sparkle, and they're like, we're going to Hollywood. And she came into my world through the movie Clueless, which is, oh my God, not just a favorite movie, like it was an obsession of mine. My best friend and I, we would rent that movie every single Friday night. Like, why our parents didn't just buy us the movie, I don't know. But this was, you know, it was the 90s. People, it was like a fun thing to go to the movie store and pick out a movie. Meanwhile, we would always just pick out Clueless, like every single week. So I can quote it. I know it by heart. I mean, Brittany Murphy, like that's when I loved, like that's when everybody, you know, became aware of this person.
Rolling with the homies.
Yes, yes. And so they talk about how after that, you know, she kind of, because she was like the chubbier one in that movie. Not that she was chubby, but she was like a little heavier and she was brunette. And that was a problem for Hollywood. So she instantly tries to conform, you know, and she gets really, really skinny. People speculate, you know, anorexic, because it was like, oof, like there's some pictures that are like, oof, girl.
Yeah.
Like she looks like a coat hanger. And she, with lips, you know, just like just so skinny. And that's what I remember being all in the rag mags and the tabloids and stuff, was her being so thin. Because it was such a drastic contrast from the Clueless character. You know, she just totally changed. And it's sad how, you know, people will just do things to conform for Hollywood, like saw their real teeth out and get veneers instead because one casting director told them that they'd only play the girl from the wrong side of the tracks if they didn't. Meanwhile, I have nubs. My original teeth are gone. They're filed down to nubs. Okay, but I digress. I'm
going to do it too, Carlisle. I'm right behind you.
I don't think you can. I talk you out of it, Willie? Because have you seen my Instagram story right now? Like this
hilarious.
Tooth, it's gone. I bit into a Reese's peanut butter cup, and look, my mouth is dry because the retainer I have to wear with the fake tooth in it. Sorry about that, but Willie, you never want to get rid of your original set. I'm kind of mad at this dentist that they took my teeth from me. But really, is it the dentist that I'm mad at, or is it the Hollywood casting director? Because both played a fatal part. Now, I know I'm the one that was the idiot that went in and did it. But
How bad
do
were
you see
your
what I'm
teeth?
saying? Like,
were your teeth in good shape?
they weren't bad. That's what I'm telling you. I got suckered. I had the money to do it. I asked what were the options for, like, because I had braces when I was little, so my teeth were straight, but they were just kind of like rounded at the bottom. Like, because I grind my teeth, they were just, you know, when you grind your teeth and it's like jagged at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. This is a very vain topic. I hope we're not losing half the audience. But
No.
it's a very
that's
Hollywood topic. Brittany Murphy had veneers. You damn sure she did. But yeah, Willie, you don't want to do this because you lose your old teeth forevermore and you have these new porcelain ones glued on. But here's the thing, they don't last forever. They last 10 to 15 years. So
Well, that's not long at all.
it's not really that long. And I'm thinking in my head, oh, well, you know, I'm just going to book so many Hollywood A-list movies with this new set of chompers that I won't, you know, have any problem affording replacing any of these teeth. And isn't it so hilarious that the casting director said, you'll only play the girl from the wrong side of the tracks with my old teeth? And now with these, it's like, okay, this is leading lady. I'm not going to take it out. I thought about it for the joke, but I can't. It's too... Just go to my Instagram. You'll see it. It's because I have to laugh or I'll cry. But Brittany Murphy, definitely. Veneers also. But I feel like she, you know, succumbed to the Hollywood pressure, started to lose the weight, started to do all those dieting pills, Adderall, all the things that they do on sets. And she got, you know, she got a little strung out. And there's a lot of reports in that documentary of people saying that on set and saying that there was even somebody saying that her and the Monjack guy were like smoking crack on one of the sets and that was confirmed.
Yeah.
So she was really lost in it. And it's sad because it seems that he was just a swindler. Like, he told, the only reason that he came into her world is because he said that he was a writer on the movie Factory Girl, which was a big movie in the 90s. It had Sienna Miller, and it was like this big hit. But it turns out he didn't even really write that movie. He sued the people that wrote that movie and said that they stole his script idea. It was just like some bullshit because the movie's about
like
Andy
such a
Warhol
dirtbag.
and Edgy Sedgwick, which like anybody could write a movie about Andy Warhol and Edgy Sedgwick. But he sued and sued and sued and was such an asshole until they finally were like, all right, we'll give him a story by credit, which in the industry is just like when the idea is yours, but you didn't write it, story by instead of written by. So they gave him that credit. And then he just fucking, you know, rolled that into all kinds of Hollywood shit. That was his claim to fame, was that movie. And that's, Britney thought that he was going to put her in a movie like that, like Sienna Miller, you know, because that movie was very big for her at that time. And they were the same type of girl, same type of actress. But he, you know, instead kept her locked up in a Hollywood mansion and pilled up, her and her mother.
She was the one with all the money, not him.
Yeah,
Correct?
I mean, obviously he was also using, she was just another name they could get prescriptions under too. You know, because they...
Before she met him, she was she did 8 Mile and a few other big name movies before she ever met this
8
guy.
Mile. I forget about 8 Mile. That she was a star. I mean, it wasn't just Clueless. 8 Mile. There was a bunch of hits all in a row, and then Sin City, the comic book one, yeah. But I thought it was really funny that they were like, and then Britney's career declined whenever she did a string of B movies, horrors, thrillers, things she never thought she'd see herself in. And I'm sitting here thinking, that's all I've ever seen myself in is B movies, horrors, and thrillers. Go to my IMDb page and check it out. No. But I was just like laughing. She, you know, she was really trying there at the end, but I guess they were kind of on to her addiction and her drug use. It's sad because he was the one that was feeding her all that because all the prescriptions were in his name that they found on the bedside.
Yeah, I don't understand her attraction to that guy, how she even got involved with him. He looks like he would own a used car lot.
He was so weird whenever he was going through and explaining. Like, they let a news crew in, not like a a real one. It was like Radar Online or something. Here, I took a voice memo because listen to him explaining. He's like walking through the bathroom where she just died, okay, which is littered not just with prescription drugs, but also tons and tons of like cosmetic products.
Oh, it's a
And
cluttered mess. It's a
so
cluttered mess.
why it's like really hoardery, right?
Yeah.
Same with like Whitney Houston's bathroom whenever they found. What do you think the correlation is between a love for prescription drugs and products? You know, that's just so many cosmetic products.
Yeah.
I've never seen so many in one place.
That's a
In
theory on
both
its own. It's
situations
crazy.
of overdose. Yeah, there's, you just can't get enough. You know, it's
Yeah.
lotions. I need it.
Yeah, that's
Bronzers,
weird. That's a weird
bronzers.
thing to think about. I forgot about Whitney Houston with that. That was
Well,
the
because
same
they were just
situation.
showing, he's panning, you know, just leading this camera crew through, and it was a really bizarre interview. Okay, listen to this. This is some of the things he said. I'm just going to hold it up to the mic so the
We're going
audio
to
is
mute
going
our
to be
mic
great.
just to make it a little bit better.
Okay.
Chanel Gucci. Actually, that's a really nice leather jacket. I never saw her wear that.
He's like going through a closet. He's like, look at this. Chanel, Gucci. Oh, that's a really nice leather jacket. I never saw her wear that. Like, what? She just died? Listen, hang on.
Isn't that cute? It's not just disturbing, it's sick. We just had so much fun. It was just crazy. Playing the piano, and she'd be lying on the floor, falling asleep. It was all that stuff.
She'd be laying on the floor, falling asleep. He's like, I'm playing the piano. She's passing out. It's great. Like, yeah, dude, your life sounds like a fucking. Listen to this. Hang on.
Holiday was a balloon festival. I mean, it was just crazy.
Every holiday was a balloon festival. Yeah, balloons of heroin, fucker. Like, you killed our girl. Like, what the fuck?
It's so
Listen.
weird.
It was complete and utter car crash. It was in total purity.
Oh, that was just the news anchor guy. It's so like disturbing to see. He's like, and then here, she fell right here by the dog's chaise lounge. He says chaise lounge like that, and it's like
So weird,
a
dude.
dog bed. And then they reenact, you know, because her mom found her. Her mom was living there too, so it's a very sick situation, I guess, where they were all kind of partying and doing the drugs together. Because a lot of the pill bottles said the mom's name too. So
Yeah.
I think this guy was just like collecting prescriptions that they would all share and party, you know.
Jeez. Yeah, her and her mom were like best buds coming up. She took, you know, they stayed together everywhere, so it's not really a surprise that she lived with her, but it's just
Yeah, I think
odd.
that's
Like,
common
it's
too
odd.
of like child actresses. They're very used to because their mom is their manager and running around and kind of protecting them from the world. But her mom wasn't able to protect her from this guy, and her mom was ultimately not protected from the guy because then the craziest thing in the documentary is that after she passes away, he passes away 5 months later, Simon Monchak, and the coroner comes to the scene, and all of the moms, Sharon, her pills, say Sharon Monjak with his last name. And they're like
shit. I never saw
on
that
one
part.
side of the bed. Yeah, one side of the bed, and then all Simon's are on the other side of the bed. And again, she's the one that called 911 when he died. And the coroner said, well, why are your medications in here? Why are all your belongings in here? And she said, oh, well, we've been sleeping in the same bed. We've been comforting each other.
Yep.
So he banged the mom after she was dead. That's crazy. And I feel like the tabloids didn't know about that. I didn't hear one word about that. But nobody
that is
could
super
confirm
weird.
it.
That's
He
so
he
weird.
denied it over and over, but the coroner is in the documentary saying it. You know, like, come on. I believe
Well,
the coroner.
And they both died the same way, pneumonia. Brittany
Yeah.
and him both died of pneumonia, supposedly, which is odd.
It's so crazy. It's one of those pills that they took was fucked in some way. You know, you just never know.
One of the
I
grossest
can't fuck with it.
parts of the situation to me is when he was describing why he didn't want to do an autopsy.
Yeah.
Did you see
Oh
that?
yeah, I don't want to cut up that curvy body. He's on Larry King Live next to her mother saying, I don't want to cut up that body that had the curves in all the right places. It's like, oh my God.
So disturbing.
And then he went home and banged the mom that night probably
Yeah.
too. Like got her on enough Oxycontin to where she just opened her legs. Like,
Your curves
this
are in wrong
guy.
places, but we're so high it doesn't matter.
That dude had enough curves for all of them.
Yeah, dude, he was
Jesus,
fucking
you're
gross,
right.
He
man.
was a slob.
I don't like
Then-
to disrespect the dead, but fuck that guy. He's gross.
Oh God, I forgot he was dead. I'm halfway through the documentary, not to that part, like looking up his Instagram page because I'm like, where is this motherfucker? I did the same thing with the Britney Spears documentary. I'm like, where is Sam Lufty now? We need to lock him up. Sorry, that's a whole nother Britney.
That's a crazy
But that
one,
was
too.
weird. Did you see Brittany Murphy lived in Britney Spears' old house?
Yep.
Two
And that's the one
connected
they died in, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the alleged, the death house.
Yep.
The hoardery one. I mean, they just had this room that was all of her clothes, and it was just lines and rows, just junked in there like it was nothing. You know, it's all designer. It was just thrown in there like it was garbage. You know,
Dude,
so
what a
weird.
creepy son of a
So
bitch.
what do you think? Do you think the mom was behind it because she was growing away from her and, running off with old boy and just giving her all the time, and then all of a sudden now she's gone, so now she wants to get him out of the picture and get all the money? And
Theories.
what do you think? Do you think
Oh,
the
so
mom
you think
is
the
behind it?
mom did it? Oh, I didn't even think that. I just
mean,
think the mom is too much of an idiot to do anything. She never seemed like someone that could pull all that off. I think that the two of them were doing some kind of drug that they didn't know the side effects. I mean, with that many prescriptions, come on. Like,
But
And he's
how come
unhealthy,
the mom
too.
didn't get it? The mom's the oldest out of all of them. She's probably more prone to getting sick before those
she
two would.
probably wasn't on, as many things as they were. And Brittany was just so tiny. I
She
mean,
was
she was
115 pounds when she died.
Yeah, that's little.
and I
That's
just feel
small.
like her little heart couldn't work anymore because she had done so much abuse to her body. She'd worn it out with cocaine, and
Mm-hmm.
all those prescriptions take tolls on your liver. And there's just, if you're anemic anyway, you have a bad liver. She just couldn't take it. But the thing is whenever you have that many prescription drugs, you are lying to the doctors. And whenever you're lying to the doctors, you're not going to get a straight answer about the things you shouldn't cross, right?
Right.
So there's no way to keep all that straight. I mean, they show
Right.
the footage of their nightstand, and it's like a fucking CVS back
Yeah,
counter.
that's-
Like,
yeah.
That's a good point.
they said that he had over 80 prescriptions and she had 30, or like it was crazy. He collected names, like the mom had him, he had him. He was a drug addict, and it's just really sad. I don't know. I'm gonna cry. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna cry. Just kidding. I'm dead on the inside.
Just kidding. I'm totally dead on the inside. Don't cancel me and subscribe to my Patreon. All right. My dog's got an Instagram. Everybody check it out on. All right.
Oh, let's talk about your dog. I forgot about the dog. The dog is
I
adorable.
have a new puppy, and she just makes life worthwhile. Her name's Chloe, and she's an Aussie Doodle. Now, if you are not annoyed by dog pictures on Instagram and you're into that, she is Chloe Kardashian.
Oh my god.
Oh my Lord, Carlisle. I didn't know about this.
You went there.
I went there. I did it because look, she's cute as fuck. Okay, she has bright blue eyes.
Her eyes
If
are
I
ridiculous.
her eyes are, but I want to post it all the time, but I lose 10 followers every time because people do not follow me to look at pictures of my dog. Come on, they follow me to look at pictures of my tits. You guys know that.
Oh,
Anytime I post anything that's like, too happy, or like my life's not, like it's going too well and it's not self-deprecating, lose followers. Like, people don't want to see happiness and joy,
really?
especially comedians. Oh, it's very triggering for the comedians.
Oh,
You'll see a mass exodus just fall off if you got to keep it. It's all about the jokes. It's all about, what do you guys think about TikTok? Because I hear a lot of people are actually leaving Instagram for it.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's
I don't
the
know much
it's the
about it.
next
They're
wave.
like hand in hand. All the reels are TikTok videos.
I think that's why they did that too. But
Like,
it's just
people,
like this.
people make TikTok to post them on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, I mean that's what it seems like to me. All
That's
the
why I
videos
do
are
it.
TikToks.
That
It's
one
just
you
crazy.
posted
Like,
today or yesterday, whatever that was, with your boyfriend, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah,
I loved it.
yes, everybody
don't
go
know.
check that one out.
I don't know if
I'm-
that stays or if it's on like a time thing or not, but everybody needs to go follow Carlisle's social
Oh,
media
it'll
to see
stay.
that shit. It stays?
It's
Okay,
staying.
cool.
I'm milking the tooth. I mean, I got to get something out of this.
Yeah,
You
you're
got to
doing a great
laugh at
job with it.
yourself, or you'd cry.
Yeah.
you know, if you drink more milk, you might have more teeth.
You know
Oh,
what?
come on, JP.
Too much?
Come on.
Just
man.
listen. Thank you for not doing a Mississippi hack joke.
Welcome back to Tooth or Theory.
Tooth or Theory.
Oh my
It's
god.
terrible. Yeah, we'll have to talk offline more about the veneers because I've been wanting to get that. I believe my dad did it last year or the year before, and now he's got a game show mouth. That's what I call it. He went
Yeah.
from a modest Cajun man to the host of the Newlyweds.
And that's an upgrade.
Yeah.
No, you know, it's important. Your smile is important.
Yeah.
But it does make me feel a little weird that like this can happen at any time, and then I just have to drop several $1,000s
I know.
or
that's
walk around
wild.
like this. Because it's cosmetic, so it's not anything that insurance can cover or anything like that. Because I
that's
did it to
scary.
myself out of vanity in the name of Hollywood. And that is
It-
what makes me like Brittany Murphy, not to tie it back, but to a
Beautiful
morbid
tie-up.
subject.
Hit it with some Gorilla Glue.
Oh
have
my
that in your mouth.
God. And then have it happen again in 2 weeks whenever I bite into a chicken tender. That's what it was last time, was a chicken tender from a grocery store. Let me just say, and tell your dad this, because he got the veneers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell him, do not ever eat chicken tenders from the grocery store, because some parts of them, whenever they sit under the heat lamps, get really hard, but just like in one little spot. So I heard the pop, and then it just fell right out.
Damn, that's crazy, man.
Apples,
pissed.
can never eat them again.
Really?
Can't eat apples. Not an apple gal. Could
Is
never
that-
be.
Is that what like all the Hollywood big people have for the pretty
Everybody
smile? Is
has them.
veneers?
Everybody has
Or
veneers.
is it a different thing? It's veneers?
It's veneers, or
I didn't realize
you
they
know,
were
then
so
they do-
restricted on like impact. That sucks.
Well, they are whenever they're older and whenever you grind your teeth.
Yeah,
Because
my
it's
teeth
like
grinder,
the
too.
same. Yeah, I mean, what happened is if I would wear the retainer that they gave me, then they wouldn't be all. It's like a mouthpiece that you wear whenever you play football. I don't know how anybody could sleep in that, by the way. So
Yeah.
I don't wear the retainer. So they're fractured, right? So that's why they're just sitting there. They're sitting ducks waiting to fall out.
Scary.
It's no bueno.
Yeah.
But I am starting to get really hungry. So can we do rapid fire?
Yeah.
Yep, let's do it.
Let's hit it with the
I was
rapid
just getting
fire.
ready to tell you that we're out of time for you, Carlo.
Oh my gosh.
I'm kidding. All right, JP, I'm going to make you go first because I'm a jerk and I have nothing.
Any question?
Anything you want. She can deny it, but we're going to throw it at her.
Okay.
Whoa. Okay.
Any question in the world?
I literally have nothing. I'm so fog-brained right now. My sinus cold.
All right. Well, while they're thinking about that, let me tell everybody where they can find the Patreon. I'm just
There you go. Yeah, do your plugs right now.
Yeah, hit 'em
Get
with
your
the
plugs
hit
out
'em
of the
with
way,
plugs.
and
I'm
then
gonna
we'll
think of
have
question.
some questions ready for you.
It's patreon.com/here for the hang. And of course, Here for the Hang on YouTube, which we're doing less of those, concentrating more on the audio Here for the Hangs, which you can find anywhere you find podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, all of that. So go check out Here for the Hang.
Perfect.
Beautiful. I still have no question. Go
Okay.
ahead.
My first question. I got one.
You got mesmerized by my radio skills. Don't lie.
I do. You're so
you are killing
professional.
it. You are killing it. And you
Yeah,
are,
you know, it's those years at Sirius XM. They really get you ready for the Truth or Theory podcast. I'll tell you.
Truth or
Hell
theory.
yeah.
Truth or Theory today.
Special Truth or Theory episode.
The next time you come to hang out with us on this beautiful show, which
Mhm.
celebrity would you like to cover? Because you are
That
a
was
celebrity
a gay question.
Oh, yeah. What other conspiracies do we have now? Well, we could do another Britney. I mean, now that
There's a
that
lot
doc
more
came out,
development.
there's a lot more developing, and Sam Lufty, I've made a voodoo doll for him. I don't like him. No. I can't understand how this man is able to walk the streets, because he also did it to Courtney Love. You know?
Oh, I
She
didn't
had
know that.
many restraining orders against Sam Lufty.
Okay.
And then y'all saw what came out in the news just yesterday, right?
Mm-mm.
Or today, her conservatorship is still Jamie Spears. The dad still won conservatorship, even after the documentaries come out,
Oh,
even
wow, I didn't
after
know
all
that.
the court. Yeah. So we might just need to do another Britney episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Technically, we did that on my solo show too. So if JP wasn't in it and it wasn't for Truth or Theory, so definitely need to get the Britney Spears on here.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm
I
down.
have some facts.
Yeah, we'll do a Truth or Theory on. Sorry,
You're
That's
playing it out.
I'm sorry, man. I'm on some sinus cold medicine. I'm a little off my game right now, guys, and it's been a couple.
Well, it's only
weeks.
5 degrees where you are, to be
Yeah.
fair, right?
It's brain freeze.
All right, I have a question. Do you have
Yes.
aluminum foil wrapped around your mic, or is that sparkly shit and I'm just going blind?
Okay, no, this is, look at this bling.
Oh, that's freaking pretty. I didn't realize.
Valentine's Day gift, baby. Pink
Alright.
sparkles.
All right. Somebody
it.
came
Yeah.
through.
I saw Mariah Carey perform in Vegas, and she had one of these, and I'm sure hers was about $100,000. And this is a sheet of sparkle adhesive, so there's always a way around it.
It looks legit.
You don't have to actually spend the Mariah Carey money to get the sparkly mic. You just need one of these bad boys. So
Oh, yeah.
Cut a
you
little
could do it too.
piece off of there and put it on that tooth. That
I
would
should
be
make
cool.
a grill.
And then I got a grill going.
Yeah, let me see your grills. That song is freaking hilarious, man. The lyrics in that song is too much.
I love it.
Yeah.
And all the rappers are getting their grills removed now and getting veneers. That's the new thing.
Yeah, that's
I
why I'm
mean,
getting
they were
I'm a
inspired
rapper.
by me. Yeah. But your dad
Nope.
has new veneers, or how long has he had the veneers?
Year, 2 years tops.
Okay, I want you to show him my Instagram videos.
Okay.
He's gonna
He probably doesn't even know what Instagram is, but yeah.
just
I'll
tell
show
him, be
I'll
like,
screen-
Dad, this is what's coming. This is what's coming whenever you bite into a frozen Reese's penis. Penis! Oh my God! Okay, Freudian slip. Reese's peanut butter cup. That was what did it
Jesus,
actually.
Carlisle, this is a family show.
It was a Reese's on a penis. He was hard. You know the rest.
What y'all doing Valentine's Day is none of our business. That ain't in our business. All right.
If that was legit story, I would tell all of my friends. Dude, I was so rock hard, I freaking chipped her tooth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
dude.
my.
And that's
We
for you,
should let
Grandma.
my boyfriend have that. We should.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah, he's got that Blue Chew. We need the Blue Chew sponsor. All right,
I don't
you're
have
up,
ano-
JP.
I don't have another question.
All right, well, let's rapid fire 2 questions.
Okay.
That's our segment. We did
Go
2
ahead.
of
Hit
them.
him with another one.
No,
Oh,
that was it. That was it. We
Okay.
did 2, bro, because we're unprepared, we're rusty, and
Yeah.
we suck. It's a new segment.
No.
All right,
It's a
you
new
hit us with the
segment.
rapid question, and then
Yeah.
we'll go.
You never
We'll
Rapid
let you go.
fire for y'all.
Just one question
when-
each.
Okay. When do you think we will go to music festivals again? Name that year.
What state are we talking about? Because Florida's
Oh,
ready
that's
to
a good-
party.
That's a fucking good question, actually. Mine. I'm ready to go
California.
to Coachella. I'm a basic bitch. I told you.
2022
girl.
for California.
Okay, so Coachella, but Coachella's already been canceled. No, it got canceled for 2021. All right, so it could happen. Okay,
22 and 2 is a good. I think
You
I
going
think
with that
22. For
I hope you're
Coachella.
right.
I went to EDC one year and that was a blast. So if it's anything like EDC, I think
Yes,
it's better than EDC actually because they don't have. It's not just straight techno.
Yeah, it is. It's
I've only
more
been to one
variety
concert
for sure.
in my whole life. I want to start going more concerts.
What?
Yeah, I know it
I'm
sucks.
going
I don't
to a
know.
Concert in like
All
2
right,
weeks. Are
you
you?
Willie, you don't need to say that out loud. One concert, Jesus
Who was
Christ.
It was I'm trying.
Tandy
think it's a-
Tucker.
Fucking
I'm trying to
Mumford
think
and
of somebody
Sons
funny.
concert?
Eric Carmen, a Christian singer. No, it was Mudvayne and Nonpoint, and the tickets were free. A girl hooked me up with the tickets, and I was like, "Fucking yeah, I'll go." And I
There you
went,
go.
and it was
And I
incredible.
married the girl. I went
No,
to
I
that
didn't
one
marry her.
concert, and I said, "This is the woman for me," and that's it. And we have a kid and a dog, and no.
No. Her and I never hooked up. She was just a good buddy of mine. She
She
probably
just gave me
wanted
the
it.
experience and left.
Yeah.
What about you? Like country music though, right, Willie?
No, not really.
You don't? Do you,
No,
JP?
Yeah, that's I'm gonna go see Whitey Morgan in a couple weeks.
no idea who that is.
Country
I've
singer.
heard of them. Well,
Yeah.
I was just going to recommend Stagecoach because that's all of your top country bands in one place, and it's so fun. It's like Coachella, but for
I like
country.
the name, but yeah.
Is that the Wisconsin show? Is it Wisconsin?
No,
They
that's
do
the
that?
same. It's the same place where Coachella is in California, and it's
Yeah.
the same field and everything. The next weekend, so it's like the field's trash from the weekend before with the burners and fucking, and then the next weekend they're like, all right, let's get some rednecks out there. Same
Need some
Ferris
cowboys
wheel.
here to stomp all this shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a Metallica and Coldplay kind of girl. I like
Oh,
that
okay.
range. Yeah.
All
Mellow
right.
to hard rock, classic rock. Yeah. I've never been a country kind of lady, but that's cool. All right, JP, where can they find you? Let's cut this lady loose. She wants to eat, and it's
I
getting
gotta
late.
eat. I gotta pop this tooth out and pop
Ooh,
dinner
yeah.
in.
Get it. Get it, girl.
At TOTJP on the gram.
Yes, and I'm at Real E Willie because there's a lot of fake ones out there. Follow the real one, and go follow our YouTube channel. It's relatively new. Subscribe, leave us a comment because we are lost in the algorithm. And if you're on iTunes, give us a review, please. And go check out Here for the Hang with Carlisle Forrester because it's a very funny show, and it's one of my favorites. And Carlisle's one of our favorite reoccurring guests. Everybody likes the episodes with her.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you
Thanks for
guys
coming
for
back.
having me. All right.
We'll do it again
See y'all.
soon. Goodbye.
Bye.
Buckle back. Woo, woo.